Hello.
Hey, good evening, Miss Suggs. This is Aaron with Tennessee Home Inspectors. How are you doing?
Doing fine. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, I'm sorry to call so late, but I saw you were online on our website filling out an inspection request, trying to get some information. So I did want to go ahead and follow up tonight. Is this a good time for you to talk?
Sure.
Great. We won't take too long. So you got a property, Chesterton Court in Nashville. Is that a house you have a contract on or something you already own?
Contract.
Okay, congratulations then. It's a exciting thing. Yeah, I know it can be difficult right now with the market the way it is. There's a lot of competition.
Yeah.
Y'all been shopping long?
Yeah, about 2 months now.
Okay, that's not terribly bad. I know people got a lot of times they're putting a lot of offers on a property before anything gets accepted. They get outbid, and a lot of cash buyers and everything else going on right now. So, see, the house it's over by Neely's Bend. We do a lot of inspections over there. My son actually goes to daycare at the corner of Neely's Bend and Gallatin Road at City Road Church.
Okay, yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, so that's kind of our stomping grounds. I'm real familiar with it. We did one on Pawnee this week. I forget, just a couple days. I think yesterday we did one over there in that neighborhood. So anyway, how'd you find us? You're a real estate agent, or you find us online?
Yeah, my real estate agent sent me a list of names, and you guys were listed on that.
Okay, fantastic. Well, who's your agent?
Linda and Edward Stevenson with Kijiji Realty.
Let's see, Linda. I don't think I got Linda's information. You said send Linda and who?
Linda or Edward Stevenson. I think Edward is her son, I believe.
Edward Stevenson. I don't see their information in my thing here. I may have to add them in too. And I saw you picked a couple different days. I have a little more availability than what that calendar shows. I've got some flexibility. Was there a particular day or time that worked best for you?
At the moment, there's still some work that the seller is doing on the house, and he wanted to wait till it was done, so I'm kind of waiting to hear back from him to see what the exact date.
Okay.
I think that the work will be completed. But I was really just poking around, trying to get quotes and get information. Just about how I like the overall process, and just an estimate of how much it typically arrange or what it would cost.
Good. So you're doing your homework. I like that. Well, it's my firm belief that everybody needs an advocate, and that's kind of how I base my company. I also believe home inspections should be affordable, and I believe that a unbiased set of eyes is indispensable. We can really bring you a lot of value. As far as looking at the house, helping educate you on it, let you know what you're getting into. Obviously, it's not a new house, and it's not going to be perfect, so we keep our expectations right for what it's going to be. They're doing some repairs. That's great. We'd love to look over those repairs, let you know if they're done right or if they kind of went cheap on them, because that happens too. So, and we'd love for you to come to the inspection. This house is 1,500 square feet. It's not going to take forever, but we're still going to spend probably about 3 hours at the house. We like to get on the roof. I like to start on the roof, and we do that, and we look at the gutters while we're up there, look at the shingles. We'll document how old the shingles are, any roof repairs, any flashing, any gutter repairs that need to be made, and then we're going to take a lap around the outside of the house. When we're doing the outside, we're looking at doors, windows, we're looking at the deck, we're looking at the sheathing on the house, how's the brick, how's the vinyl. We're going to inspect the electrical system outside where the service comes in. We're going to open up the electrical panel, take a look inside the panel, see what's going on there, how's the wiring, how are the breakers, are all the connections proper and tidy. We're going to inspect the HVAC system at the exterior. We'll document the age of the system. If there's any deficiencies there, we're going to take pictures of them and put that in the report too. We look at the lot itself, so we kind of look at the landscaping around the house and the grading of the house. Does it sit, does everything slope away from the house so water doesn't drain under it? We'll note any areas that don't have proper drainage. Like I said, we'll inspect the deck, we'll look at the driveway, the sidewalk, the patio, the porch, all that good stuff. And then we start on the inside. From the interior, we're going to operate all the doors, all the windows, all the outlets, all the plumbing fixtures. We're going to operate all the appliances. If the house is occupied, there's going to be certain things that we can't get to every outlet or every window. And I know it's you indicated here that it is occupied. So, to the best of our ability.
Lightly occupied. He's
lightly.
kind of like moving.
Okay. Good.
He's like 75% of the way out.
Okay. That's not a bad condition for it to be in. We can get to a little more stuff, and I like that. I don't like a house to be completely empty because sometimes they haven't been running water through it and other things like that. But if somebody's living in it some still, that's a good thing. Houses do better when they're lived in. When they're vacant, it's not good. We take pictures. Anything that's wrong, we're going to take pictures, tell you where the problems are. We're looking for cracks in drywall to indicate moving. Doors that don't latch right or contact the jamb indicate some structural movement. So we do keep an eye on those things. And we run a lot of water when we're in a house so that when we go under it, we can look out and try to identify any leaks that have been going on. We will go in the attic. We will go in the crawl space. We're going to comment on the insulation levels and all the structural components. We'll be looking at electrical and we'll be looking at plumbing under the house and in the attic both. Our reports they're pretty lengthy. I like using plain words that everybody understands. Some inspectors speak in such a way that makes them look really intelligent. And I'm like, that's scary, and nobody speaks like that. So let me use words that everybody, understands. Let me call a wire a wire. I don't need to call a wire a conduit because I'm not talking to an electrician. I'm not trying to impress an electrician. I'm trying to educate my buyer. So that's the big thing for me. Is like I write our reports for our clients. Like something I could give to my mom and she could read and understand. She's an intelligent lady, but I just don't want to use words that go over her head. It doesn't serve her. So that's the gist of the process, what it looks like. We'll spend a few hours out at the house. We'll get your report and send it to you in an email the next morning by 7 a.m. You'll have that in your email box. We'll send a copy to your real estate agent so the two of you can get together and decide what's important for you to have fixed. Or if you're cool with everything the way it is, maybe you want to negotiate price, or you're just like, hey, this is good, I feel comfortable with it, I'm ready to make this decision and take the house as it is. So you got some leverage. The inspection report is a great tool. We don't cover everything. If the house had a septic system, we wouldn't cover that. I don't think that pertains in your situation. Things like cable, we don't inspect cable systems, but most of the things in this house we're going to cover. As far as fees go, we're only looking at $269. Like I said, I've made an effort to be on the lower end of home inspection fees because my old boss, the company I used to work for, they were really on the high end. And to me, it was like, this isn't rocket science, and I don't have to pull people's pants down over the price. So it was I made a decision to try to bring those rates down between $50 and $100 lower than most home inspectors who were already established. There's a lot of newer inspection companies, people who are trying to get some experience that charge less, but I'm not really competing with those people. That's a whole other thing. And even our new inspectors, when we hire somebody on, they do what a a solo new inspector is going to do in a year, my guys do in a few weeks. Like, I run them through a lot of houses. They get wonderful experience, and they get to cross train. We've got 5 licensed inspectors on our team. We have 1 trainee, and that trainee gets to cross train with all the other guys and see how they do it, and they get an amazing education. It's a good thing.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So what kind of questions and concerns do you have with the place?
Well, he's doing a bit of like just cosmetic work on the house. I didn't, like I said, we took a good look around it, and we saw a bunch of houses where we saw cracks in walls and stuff like that. Well, you can tell it was probably some foundational issues, but I didn't see anything like that with this house.
Okay.
So
That's good.
But then again, I'm not an inspector, but visually from what I saw, I guess just making sure that just everything that we were seeing is is good to go and not getting into a money pit, basically.
Right, and some of those homes over there are a lot of those houses haven't been well cared for over the years, but a good thing there is a lot of people coming through doing some decent work, bringing them back up to what they should be, and I like that. I like seeing that happen in Madison. We've done a bunch of houses in Madison, and it's a good thing. I live in the Belshire area, so I'm a little further west, but not much. Well, so
I'm 30 years old, so I know it's not perfect. So
that's right. That's okay though. My house, yeah, it's good. And that's one thing that we can tell a lot more from the crawl space. People can hide a lot on the interior. The exterior, cracks out there, they tend to still show a little bit. On the interior, people can hide them real good, but in the crawl space, that's where the rubber meets the road. Well,
okay.
and
do you have like a like a pamphlet or like a sample or something where I can like read over it?
yeah,
See like what all it'll cover and.
sure. I can do you one better. I got a little video that I put together on YouTube. It just kind of talks about what an inspection is and what it isn't. I could shoot that over to you, and then there's our website. It's got some okay information. I have to admit, I don't spend a lot of time cleaning up the website and making it awesome. But there's always room for some work there. But there's some good information on that. I do have a flyer like a physical flyer that I give out from time to time. And how long is your inspection window? Like, since he's still working on repairs,
It is he said 2 weeks from we've been talking to him and negotiating everything for about a week and a half now, so I'm believing that this week his guys should finish all the repairs.
okay.
So sometime next week. I have 10 days. But it was also written that is from when his work is complete, because he didn't want to do the inspection while they were doing the work.
Good. So you got 10 days from when it's ready. That's good. That was my concern. Is like, he's not yanking your chain on his window, is he? Because that could happen. But okay, that's good.
So I'm hoping that sometime next week. Or a week after next. That's the latest.
Okay, and it's a fast-paced game once things get rolling. That's for sure. Yeah. So like I said, I'll find that little video on here, and shoot you, so you'll know what all is covered. And let's see.
Errands and so much more.
I can send that to you in a text message.
Sure.
Most people are watching YouTube videos on their phone anyway, so.
Yeah.
So, and you know, we also do some other stuff. We can help you get a termite letter. We kind of middleman third parties with a company called Ace, and we charge $60 to do that. If you want to save a little money, they're the cheapest reputable company out there, and if you call them yourself, they'll get you a termite letter for $25. But a lot of people have a lot of things going on, and they're just like $60. Yeah, you go ahead and take care of that for me, and it's one less thing they have to worry about. So we keep up on those and keep a spreadsheet running, and we make sure the guys get out there when they're supposed to, and that the letters get submitted, and it's a little concierge service that we offer. If you see any mold in the house, or if we see any mold in the house in the crawl space, we'll take pictures of it and we'll show it to you. And if you want to do mold swabs to have them sent to a laboratory, we can do that. We also do radon testing. If you had any concerns about radon in a house of this age, you shouldn't have to worry anything about any type of asbestos or lead-based paint. Those are things that the house is not old enough for that, so don't worry about that. Radon, maybe. And over there, if you wanted a radon test, if that's something you had on your radar, we could do that for $125. I typically charge $175, but because it's so close to where I am every day, then I can offer it a little bit cheaper, because it's not outside of my normal traffic habits and patterns to just pop over there and scoop that up a couple of days after the inspection, or to set it in before the inspection and have it ready on the same day that you decide to do it.
Okay.
So, and radon, you can read about it online. It's a radioactive gas that comes from the soil, and it's just part of a decay chain of uranium. We get a lot of it in the rock that's in our earth around here in Middle Tennessee. In a house of that age, the likelihood of it being there, it's reasonable that it could be found. I'd say maybe 20 or 30% chance. It's not terribly difficult to get rid of if you do find you got a house that has it. Those systems are typically $1,500, maybe $2,200 to get something installed. So it's not a terrible expense to deal with it.
Okay.
So
I'll take a look at that video and do a little bit more poking around on our website.
Sure, that sounds good. And if you got any more questions, yeah, you can always call us back. You want me to check back with you next week, like Tuesday or so, and see how things are going with repairs?
Sure, that would work good Tuesday, yeah.
Okay.
That kind of reminds me of.
Right. And what's the best time? Hours do you work?
I work during the day, but you can call me anytime. Off the top of my head, I don't have any meetings or things, so I should be available.
Okay. So just any time on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do for work?
I work in accounting.
Accounting. Rock on.
Yeah.
You probably like Kayla, our office manager. She answers the phones during the day, and she handles all the accounting. Y'all can talk about QuickBooks and spreadsheets together.
Yeah.
Not my strong suit, but everybody's got their talents, and that is not mine. Awesome. Well, thank you much for your call, and we'll get back with you next week. And I hope you have a great evening, and good luck with the repairs and everything. I hope all that goes smooth.
Thanks so much, and I look forward to hearing from you next week.
Yes, ma'am. Have a great night. Thank you. Bye-bye.
You as well. Bye.